Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Andrew Pryor. The House and Senate are headed for the exits at the end of this week and won't return until the new Congress convenes January 3rd. The last act of the current Congress will be passage of a temporary measure to extend government funding, which is set to expire December 20th, but not without some last-minute drama that has raised concerns about a potential government shutdown. The so-called Continuing Resolution, or CR, is expected to extend government funding until March 14th, meaning the next Congress and a new president will have to act in early 2025 to fund the federal government for the remainder of the current fiscal year, which ends September 30th, 2025. What else might be included in the CR remains unclear. Opposition from President-elect Trump sunk a bipartisan spending agreement released earlier this week that included provisions addressing numerous other policy priorities, including disaster relief and farm reauthorization. President-elect Trump also called for a debt limit increase as part of the CR to take the issue off the table in 2025. The current debt limit suspension period expires on January 1, and the newly reset debt limit will be reached on January 2nd. As expected, Congress is on track to adjourn for the year without addressing Section 174 R&D expensing, the EBITDA-based business interest limitation, or 100% bonus depreciation. Taiwan double tax relief legislation also appears unlikely, despite bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate for year-end action to facilitate cross-border investment in U.S. semiconductor manufacturing. Further legislative action on those tax issues will have to wait until next year. Looking ahead to next year, there remain questions about the timing of a 2025 tax bill. The 2025 tax legislation most likely will not be completed until the third or fourth quarter of next year. Although they plan to hit the ground running in January, Republicans are expected to face political, procedural, and fiscal headwinds that likely will slow progress on a tax budget reconciliation bill. It may take time to address these headwinds given the very narrow House majority that Republicans will have, and inter-party differences over issues such as how much to deficit finance extension of sunsetting TCJA individual tax cuts, and how to address demands for relief from the $10,000 SALT deduction cap. For this reason, President-elect Trump and the Republican-led Congress may focus initially on a deficit-reducing spending reconciliation bill narrowly focused on immigration and border security, and consider a tax reconciliation bill later. Congress may be departing for the rest of the year, but companies should continue to monitor regulations from Treasury and the IRS before year-end or inauguration January 20th. The latest example is this week's IRS announcement that it will issue proposed transfer pricing regulations adopting Amount B of OECD Pillar 1. Treasury and IRS officials have signaled that further guidance on other issues is likely to be issued during the remaining weeks of the Biden administration. Finally, to mark the end of the year, we asked Policy on Demand regulars to describe in one word how they want 2025 to unfold. Here are their words, and my one word for 2025, flexibility.
Educational.
Peaceful.
Tumultuous.
Productive.
Disruptive.
Full of action.
Productive.
Calm.
Bipartisanship.
On behalf of the Policy on Demand team, happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year.